Thank you for tuning in to another edition of Men Talk. Start out with my sidekick. First, I'm gonna give a shout out to my man Dean. He's not here today. We'll take care of it, man. Don't worry about it. Go ahead, Aaron.
What's up, Aaron Jones? What's up, Dallas?
And we have guest hosts on today. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves as well.
I'm Alex Lewis. I'm an artist, film and television.
Calvin Miles, a little bit of everything from a basketball coach to a youth minister, do it all.
Okay, today we're gonna go ahead and get into the to the show. Where we're gonna get into what it is to be a father, the difference between a father and a dad, how those roles are different. As you can say, some people look at them the same way, some people don't. I want to elaborate on what you guys think as far as how being a father and being a dad is two different roles. Go ahead and start with yourself.
Well, I think being a father and being a dad is two different roles because I myself am a father and I'm also a dad.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not a donator. You see, some fathers are donators and they're gone. But dad is in the household, teaching and training a child in the way it should go.
Mm-hmm.
So when they grow, they will not depart. Discipline, having patience, showing love, cooking, cleaning, doing the necessary things that is necessary to teach that child that, hey, I'm here for you. It's unconditional. I'll be there, teaching that child where he should go.
Do you think a lot of males, fathers, dads, run from a lot of responsibility as far as blaming the mother why I can't be in your life because the mother does this and that to me,
Right. Yeah, I think a lot of blaming goes on. When it's for some, it's just shying away from the responsibility of being that responsible parent. And what can you say? You run from responsibilities. You run from a lot of things. How can you become responsible when you're running from it? Responsibility means, hey, dealing with life on life terms.
Mm-hmm.
Doing the necessary things. It's what I have to do in order to teach you to be responsible. I got to show my responsibility toward you.
Right. Do you? But also as far as when a situation like that comes up, okay, and a lot of I say, females talk against the fathers of the kids. They tell the kid, okay, well, he ain't this, he didn't do this, he didn't do that, just because, as a male, you didn't want to get another relationship with that female, and they're gonna use your kids against you to say, well, I'm not gonna let you see your child just because we're not in a relationship. They're like a big factor as far as why it's a lot of single parents raising a lot of kids. As far as just a lot of trifling mothers that's up there. I mean, just keep it real. Just keep it real.
Well, it's not right for women to do that.
Yeah.
And there's other issues pertaining between those two themselves. But just like I've went through that before. I went through one divorce, and that happened in my life. But we had been together for 12 years, and we had established a family. And due to the fact that it's not me you giving up on. Everybody has their problems in life, and you don't give up on me. You give up on God. And if you trust God enough to bring this man through whatever problems he's going through, then you're gonna have the patience. You're gonna have the love, and you're gonna wait for him. But some people use the term like, well, I'm human, and being human gives you a reason to just downrate this man in the presence of his children. That's not right. But it happens in life, man. So
every day.
But I myself, I went back and remarried that lady because I loved her, and I had and we have a daughter right now, which is 14 years old, and I did not want my daughter to grow up in a broken home because I grew up that way, and I know what it feels like for a dad to come in and say hi, and he's gone, and a child sits there, man, and it's just like the saddest thing in life when a child father comes and say hello, and I gotta go. It's like, well, I ain't got time. You know, and that's the worst thing you can tell a child, is you don't have time.
Well, they say society, the crime rate is so high because there's a lack of fathers and a lack of dad figures in households, you know, and
Right.
do you think that's true?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Without a father in the household, I mean, who does a child have to look up to? A mother can play the mother role. She can also play the father role, but a mother cannot be a dad.
Right.
You know, dads are supposed to have patience, show love, and discipline. And even when a child is disciplined by their father, me myself, when I discipline my daughter for getting out of line, I give it a little time, and I'll go back and I'll sit down and talk to her, and I'll look. This is the reason why I punished you. You got disciplined because you did wrong. You got that much time to make that right and wrong decision, and you have to teach that child. You know, if you take time to think about it, you're already in trouble. You know, you gotta. If it's wrong, no, I'm gonna go back home. Bottom line, you know.
Now, Mr. Miles,
Yes.
we'll get you to join in with us this evening. I know you have 4 kids of your own,
Yes, I do.
and you deal with a lot of kids on a day.
Yes.
I think briefly told you need to write them on your taxes.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
But as far as your kids go, and your upbringing, you know, how you evaluate, you know, the dad and father role on a day-to-day basis.
I'm a firm believer that a father has to be a strong role model. He has to assume responsibility. You know, anybody can be a dad, but it takes a man to be a father. And a lot of folks have babies and say, that's my dad. Well, yeah, is he your father? It's to take up responsibility for providing, and not only for food, but love and care and nurture. Now, I'm old school. I believe when God said, train up a child in the way he should go, when he get old, he should not depart from it. I think as a father, our responsibility is to raise our kids and keep them safe enough and teach them things where they can get old, so they can share that with not only my grandkids, but their children. And I believe that we need to go back to the old way. Raise our kids the way God tells us to raise. I'm old school. I'm a firm believer in, and if my kid's out of line, no, the Bible there's a scripture in the Bible that said, be held far from your child. I believe in being held out of your children. That's what the Bible says. That's what they tell you to do. But, you know, times have changed. You know, we got so many different methods, and that's why our children like they are now. You know, we used to just do the things that we're taught to do. Teach them, love them, train them. Don't be afraid to say no. There's a lot of reasons I say no. I don't have to explain to them why I say no, because I'm your father. My job is to train you.
I'm gonna hold you right there for a
Okay.
minute. We're gonna go get a popcorn break. We'll be right back.